JJ the CPA. Hey, a message for my fellow CPAs, EAs, and tax pros. You know, I know we got caught up in PPP, and I know we got PPP2 getting ready to kick off, or is kicking off, depending when you're watching this, EIDL. And then, you know, it's going to be the morning after, so to speak. And so this is just encouragement from one tax pro to another that we want to kind of stay in our lane, in my opinion. And what's going to be coming next for our clients? It's going to be the PPP forgiveness. And, you know, I've come across some circumstances where there's two CPA firms that I know of have already been slapped with lawsuits because they thought they were helping their clients get the PPP first go around, and turned out the SBA changed their characterization or classifications and came out with additional info. I think they'll get both thrown out, but at the same time, what do? We deal with taxes. And here's the thing with the CARES Act. I know you're probably paying attention to it, but what we probably want to definitely get all over, not only we got a July 15th deadline now, right? And first and second quarter 2020 estimated tax payments, well, those are due July 15th. So we've got a lot. I know it feels like it's a little bit of a ways away, and you know as well as I do, all of a sudden it's right there. But remember this, you know, in the CARES Act, remember the excess business losses that we spent so much time learning about? Gone with the CARES Act. The net operating loss arising from, I am looking at a summary here, but losses arising from 18 and 19 and 20 can carry back 5 years. And then losses can offset unlimited. The 80% limitation is temporarily removed. Remember, NOLs, if they were 18 and after, were limited to 80% of taxable income. We don't have that. And then we've got the employer payroll tax delay. Now, there are some things around the PPP that you want to take a look at, right? So, but that 6.2% Social Security tax for the employer side can be deferred and then half paid in 2021, half paid in 2022. We have the employee retention credit, right? Lots of stuff around that. My good friend Tom, who has kept me abreast of things, and you know, we haven't gotten any more clarification from the IRS, so I know where I'm at right now, which is just on hold. Remember the 163J, this interest expense limitation, right? It was to 30%, now it's to 50%, right? We still have some rules and regulations related to that. We've got the modification of the refundable minimum tax credit. And then here's the deal, we've got the most exciting thing for us, and I'll tell you this right now, if we didn't have the crisis going on, and we didn't have PPP and EIDL and all that, we would have had a unanimous, yelp of excitement and relief. And oh my gosh, what happened in the CARES Act? You know what I'm getting ready to say, right? The technical correction for the fix, the glitch, bam, fixed. And it's all the way back to 2018. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You know, I travel around the country talking on behalf of Surgent, the most awesome continuing professional education company out there. And anyways, we were walking through so many different things and just hoping, right? And the IRS, I think they knew, because if you look, the IRS has already laid out how you can go back and amend or go back and do a 3115 depending on the year. Anyways, look at this. We have so much we need to focus in on, not the PPP forgiveness. It's going to eat up our time. Our clients aren't going to be happy no matter what. No matter what. Somehow clients are going to end up not in full forgiveness, right? Because there's so much to it. I know right now everybody's going, yeah, but in 1106 D5, if they rehire, then all's forgiving. Well, that's assuming they spend everything. They spend at least 75%, no more than 25%. It's all going to be up to the bank. I'm getting word from here, local bankers, that U.S. Treasury may buy those things up, and then now your client's going to be in front of U.S. Treasury or some governmental. You don't have a 2848. You're not going to be able to represent that client. I know right now we're kind of caught up in the rush. I have been, but we need to let go. And we got to focus in on all these tax aspects that have come in with the new CARES Act, not to mention finishing up 2019 returns. I've got like a big old stack of stuff over here. And we got first quarter coming up. And we might have clients that, oh goodness, do we need to change what we did on the bonus? Did we do 179? Should we go back? How do we do it? I tell you what, I'm pumped to get out and talking with CPAs on behalf of Surgent about this. Got to get my own mind wrapped around it. I will tell you this, every month, Surgent has me do something called Futurecast, Trending in Tax with JJ the CPA. And we've got one. I'm gonna pull it up really quick, make sure I tell you exactly, and I'm gonna have a link in here, and I'll do another commercial related to it, so to speak. But Futurecast series, Trending in Tax with Joshua Jensen with JJ the CPA. How exciting is that? It's May 7th, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll put a link. You're going to sign up through Surgent. You'll be paying Surgent. It'll be a Surgent course. It's 1 hour. It's packed full. And what I do is I talk about what's going on right now, but it's not going to be what you think it's going to be, which is, well, here's a summary, and here's a summary, and here's a summary. With Futurecast, Amanda helps me, but we go 45-degree angle, okay? Not only looking at what's going on right now, but what's also bubbling up. What's the trend? Where are we headed, right? We need to get more proactive. And from our perspective, right, we are dealing with tax. Let's stay in our lane. Let's focus back in on the tax. The PPP forgiveness, our clients are gonna be like, but help me, right? Help me. And we wanna help our clients. But it's just gonna backfire in the sense that they just need to go talk to their bank. They don't know who else to ask. Go talk to your bank. People are like, I don't wanna go talk to the bank. It's so scary. Bankers are the nicest people you've ever met. They just wanna say, yes, we'll loan you money. They don't want to tell you no. They don't want to tell you that nothing's going to be forgiven. And so they'll be like, well, check with your CPA. Well, what's this have to do with tax? Nothing. Okay. The only thing that's affecting the tax is whatever's not forgiven, they pay back. Therefore, the forgiven amount is going to be a reduction in the tax. How do we book it in QuickBooks? We're done. So, think of it this way. When your clients maybe have some kind of loan issue, a legal issue, they may call you and ask you, but do you really want to get in the middle of answering those things? No, you don't want to do that. Why would you want to do that? That's not what we're experts at. What we want to do is focus in, and I'm pointing right here at the screen by saying, focus in on getting our minds around the tax aspects of the Secures Act. Check out future series, Trending in Tax, May 7th. But I'll tell you right, if you don't get your continuing ed from Surgent, or at least some of it, oh my gosh, you are missing out. We're going to be listing every place that we're going. And so I'm excited about that. We're going to be somewhere in June. And then for Surgent, we'll be doing some more in November and December and January. But not doing continuing professional education, because only am I going to represent Surgent when I'm doing any seminars related to tax. Period, the end. Any tax seminars I do only will be on behalf of Surgent. Why? Because they're the experts. They keep it up to date. Like, no way would I want to do a tax seminar for, I would only want to do a tax seminar for Surgent, okay? I'm not going to try and come up with my own. Now, I know I'm doing some videos here and talk about tax stuff and all like that, but it doesn't count as CPE. But here's the deal. I am going to be doing some seminars about how we can help our small business owners in the things that they're having to deal with recovering from the crisis. So it's not anything that Surgent does. It's not really even from the tax standpoint. So if you want to help your clients, let's help them with their numbers in the sense of the recovery, right? Because you know as well as I do, if clients will really sift into the numbers, right? Not forgiveness, right? But where are their costs? And I'm not talking about from our perspective becoming a CFO, but where do they stand from tax side? Where do they stand on their taxes? Where do they stand on their net income? Because that's what they're going to pay taxes on. right? So I'm just encouraging you. Get back. We got to get our continuing professional education. We need to get our heads around what's going on with the Secures Act. And our clients are going to be like, oh my gosh, but tell me about the forgiveness. And you know what I'm just telling? It's like, just spend it on what you need. The chips are going to fall where they may. If you got $100,000 and not all of it's forgivable, how are you a victim here? You got $89,000 free. Quit your whining. If they're like, well, but I want to make sure it's all, all forgivable. It's like, yeah, but what happens if it doesn't? You just pay it back, right? So I've done some videos and, the death stare and we got to make sure. But this is all about this. Like, okay, client, you got your loan, you got your grant. I got to focus in on taxes. I got to focus in on your taxes. I got to focus in on getting the tax returns done. What's going on with 2020? Should we go back and amend anything? How should we begin doing the tax plan? And that's how you're going to be in front of everybody. Because I'll tell you this right now. You ready? You ready for a little secret? The CPAs, the EAs, and the accountants, okay, that they're going to get bogged down trying to keep up with their clients on the PPP forgiveness, right? All of a sudden they're going to look left and they're going to go, where's all the other CPAs and EAs? Where are they? And it's going to, you ran off the track. You're all in the wilderness by yourself because all the CPA, EAs, and tax pros are over there focusing in on the tax returns, focusing on being proactive. And our clients every year need us tax returns, bookkeeping, right? It's the wonderful hamster wheel, right? That keeps us, we just have clients that come back and come back and come back, right? We're like the U.S. mail, we're like the dentist, right? But maybe not maybe we're a little better than the dentist. But my point is like our clients come back over and over and over. Don't let this monkey wrench get in there. And your client's going to be upset with you because this is real money that they're dealing with. It's real money. And they're going to be like, man, you told me that I could do that. And then I went to the bank and they told me that I couldn't. And we're now the bad guy. And then what happened? That client doesn't want to come back to you when you've done so much for them from taxes and accounting, and you stayed up late and you did the bookkeeping and you helped them in this regard and you helped with that regard. This one here is hot potato. Boom. They're going to be saying, where do I go? What do I do? I need help. I need help. Oh my gosh. Because they hear this word forgiveness and they're like, I did something wrong and I want full forgiveness. And just say, yeah, you know what? Hey, go check with the bank. Because guess what? We got some new tax stuff that came out of the Secures Act, yo. So let's jump on that. Let's focus in on that. Let's move away from PPP forgiveness, right? You want to give them a worksheet? Okay, I've given some stuff on my website. Here's a list. Here's a list of the SBA. Here's a worksheet. Go figure it out, okay? This ain't what I do. I don't want to do it because that forgiveness stuff really comes down to interpreting law. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if you're probably not a lawyer, maybe, right? But if you're a lawyer and you're doing taxes, it's probably because you're fighting for truth, justice, and the American way in terms of helping clients get out of the collection activity. All right, I'm going to digress just to say, there's so much like meat that we need to be chomping in on this Secures Act. And we got deadlines and we got 2020 coming up. And oh my gosh, it's almost May. What? So we don't got time for PPP forgiveness. Strengthen numbers. I'm telling you, strengthen numbers. It's okay to tell your client, just call the bank. All right, hey, you know what? You've never met a CPA quite like me, and you never met a CPA, EA, or tax pro quite like you. Boom.